Welcome back to East Texas Live Weekend Recap. I'm your host, David Gibson. I hope you're feeling blessed because I'm feeling blessed. But guess who we got back in the freaking building? We got Tori Bean. She's back in the building after she was at home last week, sitting at the home on the couch. It looked like it was pretty comfortable. You had your cats out there. How you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling okay. I'm surviving.
Surviving?
That's what I'm gonna tell.
I
I'm
mean,
surviving.
That's all that matters, right?
I'm about almost 4 weeks post surgery now.
Man.
It's been about a month. So yeah, I'm making it. I'm doing what I can. Got to prop that foot up when any chance I can.
Hurt?
Yes. It'll start throbbing and kind of hurt, but the pain's not actually in my ankle. It's more in like my knee and calf and kind of thigh muscles.
You have to hold your leg a certain way. So yeah, I bet that probably hurts.
And use my knee scooter. I'll be rolling around in the newsroom.
Guys. We got to watch out. We got to jump out the way because she be zooming.
Yes, but thankfully I only have about 3 more weeks with the scooter, and then I can start walking with precautions.
You gonna start running? You gonna start sprinting?
No, I can't sprint or run. No, that's gonna be a minute before I can do that. We don't want to have to do this again.
Yeah, I know. And this week was your first time back in the studio watching Hometown Harmonies. You didn't have to try to listen through the phone and everything. But yeah.
I watched it live on KETK Plus.
Yeah, but it's kind of a delay on KETK
There is.
Plus.
There's about a minute delay.
You were out there. What was it like being back in there, hearing some of the nice singing that we always get?
It was amazing. I loved being back here and actually getting to meet our artists that comes in, because they're all just amazing people and they're so sweet and nice, and then also getting to hear the music live. I mean, because it just sounds so different when you get to hear it here in the studio than when it comes over on TV. I mean, it always sounds really good to y'all, and it's probably a little bit better, but it just hearing the live music here in the studio.
It be making me want to dance.
You kind of start dancing and stuff, and you're like, oh, that's so good.
Especially when they're warming up, right?
Yes.
Playing in the green room, and I'm like, dang, I walk by, I'm like, okay, y'all jamming.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, hey.
But we had some good ones this year.
Shout out to my girl Sharon Walker. She was amazing.
She also goes by the name Blue.
Blue, really?
Yeah, BLU.
I did not remember that, but hey, I'm sorry, Miss Sharon.
It's like Sharon Blue, so.
But yeah, you gotta take a listen at her nice song right here. And I gotta tell you something after the break. Welcome back. It's time to showcase our local bands and solo artists with our Hometown Harmony series. Joining me today is Sharon Walker. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I came back to playing 10 years ago in East Texas. I've been playing since I was 14, and I've been playing my own songs, and you guys let me do it, and I've been having a good time ever since.
Yes, and what song are you playing for us today?
This is called She Was Born That Way.
All right, take it away.
She was born on a summer's day. She was the figure of a little bitty lady born to play. She's on the run, she's looking for fun from the very first day. She was born that way. Every day, like a holiday. The center of man, a godly plan, and the two would play. Well, he loved her that way. And she'd drive him to song, and they'd sing along in their very own way, 'cause he loved her that way. Well, she was born on a summer's day. She was the figure of a little bitty lady born to play. She's on the run, she's looking for fun from the very first day. She was born that way. And he loved her that way.
Welcome back. It's time to showcase our local bands and solo artists with our Hometown Harmony series. Joining me today is
my girl Sharon. I don't know why I want to call her Karen, Sharon. Sorry, Miss Sharon. She was jamming, right, Tori?
She was. Oh, that was so great. And the fact that she's been performing since she was 13.
I know she said she started writing at 13 and then started performing at 15. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, how do you play that long? I know your fingers.
Well, you got talent.
I know, but her fingers, I know, must be her playing that guitar,
Though I will say, out of, a lot of the performers and things, as soon as I saw her come in with her little straw hat and everything, she embodied hometown.
Yeah, she did.
She is what our Hometown Harmonies is about. Yes.
And so, we got to listen to her story about just how she's been developing her talent over the years.
Welcome back. You just heard some great music from Sharon, and she joins me now on the couch. How are you feeling after that performance?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. It's a little early in the day for us musicians, but it's kind of fun. Good to meet you guys.
Yes, ma'am. So tell us a little bit how long you've been writing lyrics and performing for.
Well, I started writing when I was 14. My mom was a theory musician. She was a piano player, and I didn't take to the piano, and I picked up the guitar and just went to immediately writing my own music. And then by the time I was 17 or 18, I was going out to Colorado and playing out there. So I really I thought I wanted to be a blues player, but the folk musicians picked me up, and we got to talk a lot more. And then later on in life, I figured out, folk music is just blues without rhythm. So we're all about the lyric. And so I've been writing lyrics for 50 years, over 50 years. Yeah.
And how long have you been playing here in East Texas?
East Texas, I came back to playing about 9.5 years ago and moved back out here. I got a little place on the lake and just started writing my music and pretty prolifically, and I vowed that I would only do mine and not covers, and East Texas let me do that, and I just really appreciate them doing that, and I've had a grand time. I play with some great musicians out here and having a good time. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And tell us a little bit about the song you perform and how it kind of came to be.
Well, songs come to me in different ways, and sometimes the words and the music come together, and those are the best ones. And this was really written about two young musicians that fell in love, and she played and he played, and they met, and now they're married, and that's about him just loving her just the way she was, even so. Because when I was young and I started playing music, I met a gentleman, and he made me choose between him and the music, and I chose the music. So when I saw this love affair, I thought, spot on. Yeah.
Yes. And will you be playing around here in the future?
Yes, I play in Ben Wheeler. I've got a couple of shows coming up in Edom, one in Chandler, the Blue Moon Gardens. I do their festival twice a year, and I'll do the Edom Art Festival. It's festival time for us, so we're out on the street working all the time right now.
Yes. So what kind of advice would you give up-and-coming artists?
Just stick to who you are, because you'll find out that authenticity really sells, so don't copy anybody else, and just be who you are, and continue to just stand by that. Yeah.
Yes, and what's your favorite part about performing and being up on stage like that?
Well, I kind of disappear on the stage, but I bring a lot of you just go into your music, but I bring a lot of young musicians up on stage with me, and I just get really tickled when we can do something together, kind of an impromptu. And I like to create on the stage, so I'll just bring, just whoever. I worked with some people last Thursday in Ben Wheeler, and it was just magical when that stuff happens. So I enjoy that part of it.
Yes, and talk about what it's like to see the music scene, the community so supportive of one another, all the different musicians supporting one another.
Well, it's a family, and we do take care of each other, and I have a friend that said, you know, you musicians, you're just pitiful. I could never get up on that stage and do that, but this is what we do, and we take care of each other. And it's not an easy job to have, really. You know, it's just quite often we don't get paid, but we don't play because we want to. We play because we have to. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And so, how can people find you and learn more about you and more about your music?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and there's several videos on YouTube, and I'm doing some work in Dallas right now with some very good musicians. I've been really, really fortunate to have some good musicians sit beside me, and so I look next year to have a really busy year. My year is clocked out for the end of the year, and then come spring next year, I think I'm gonna be filled up next year. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
I sure am glad you had me.
Yes,
Thank you.
For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.
Wow, man, she was amazing. That's crazy.
Welcome back.
I mean,
You
I
just
just
heard
love
some great
that they support one another.
Yes.
She was saying that this is what they do. They just play music and sing, and I'm like, shout out to you, Big
Well, you
Sheriff.
know, I have to say, the month of September has pretty much just been one big friend group.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's crazy. Everybody knows everybody.
They do, but it's really refreshing to see so many people support each other because it's a cutthroat world.
Yeah.
The entertainment world, that really is. And so normally they see you as competition and they want you out of the way so they can be the best.
Yeah.
But here it's not like that. I mean, they perform together.
Yeah, and they have their own little podcast and bring each other on. That.
Exactly.
I'm like, let's go.
Yes.
Maybe they should bring us on.
We might end up getting an invitation at some point because
if Haley or somebody ever writes our song,
we're making an impact with this Hometown Harmony.
Yeah, I love it.
And so people have mentioned it. You know, they're watching. They love what we're doing for the music world, and showcasing these talents. And there's more to come, guys. We're scheduled out through September, and I've already started scheduling into October. So, I mean, if you're an artist and you perform
KETK.com.
Exactly.
Send me an email.
You got to perform original music. We have nothing you can plug into, so it's pretty much got to be acoustic unless you have something battery operated or have an amp. That does not have to be plugged in. It has to be a battery operated amp, but come perform for us. You see what this is doing right here, and just getting your name out there to East Texas. We want people to know your name and know your music.
And they need somebody could give me some lessons so I can play guitar too. So
Yes.
Hey there, East Texas, we love you.
See, David says he can't sing, but he tries singing every chance he gets.
I mean, just a little bit, just a
I
tiny
mean,
bit.
Matt Dunn came in. You gave us your own performance.
Hey, Matt Dunn, his song was jamming. So at the end, I'm gonna give y'all a little treat. So you gotta take a listen.
Welcome back. It's time to showcase our local bands and solo artists with our Hometown Harmony series. Joining me today is Matt Dunn. Matt, how are we feeling today?
Good, how are you? You were dancing earlier.
I know, I'm doing awesome. People don't know about that. Y'all don't know about what I was doing over here.
I was playing, he was dancing, we were having a good time.
So what song are you going to sing for us today?
Slow dancing.
Oh, so we're going to be slow dancing. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Matt, Army vet. I live in Quitman, Texas, and, like to play rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Well, he's about to perform slow dancing, so I'm going to slow dance up out of here.
I always go too far, then I end up right back at this bar, and I go round for round again, and I pray to God tomorrow is different. I know I'm getting older, but I'm still gonna try. 'Cause every single time I look in your eyes, I just wanna slow dance. Let's slow it down and do it again. I just wanna slow dance again and again. Sometimes I make you mad. Sometimes I make you wanna kick mine. And we go round for round again. And I pray to God tomorrow is different. I know I'm getting older, but I'm still gonna try. 'Cause every single time I look in your eyes, I just wanna slow dance. Let's slow it down, do it again. Just wanna slow dance again and again. I know I'm getting older, but I'm still gonna try. 'Cause every single time I look in your eyes, I just wanna slow dance. Yeah, here we go.
Man, he jamming over here.
Let's slow it down and do it again. Just
man.
wanna slow
Man,
dance
he jamming. But
again and again.
after this,
Wow, see, Tori, you know, I told you I can't sing, but I can harmonize
Yes,
a little,
you can.
just a little bit. I can harmonize.
And that's why it's called Hometown Harmonies.
Wow. Okay. I'm leaving. No, that was a good one. Okay. But I can't sing. See, I need you to lead East Texas. If you come up here and sing, you can lead, and I can be a background singer and just hit a little harmony with you. Ooh, something.
Can we talk about how you trying to be smooth getting off camera?
I don't even know what I was thinking. I just
What
hit
is
I don't know.
this?
I just hit something. I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to run up out of there real quick.
And then that transition though was perfect. You just see, Matt singing, and then it just kind of fades into all of a sudden you're there. It just wipes,
Hey,
and
I was
David's
ready
there
to
dancing and dancing.
Because he was talking about slow dancing. I think that's why I danced off.
You
when he said
did, you
slow
did.
dancing. And I went.
But
Where-
that was
where my shorties so I can slow
fantastic.
dance?
No shorties. That was fantastic though. That was fantastic.
But yeah, it was a good song though. I think that song touched my soul, man. I just want to slow dance with my short, man.
Yeah, well,
or my
he's an
woman.
amazing person, and you
Shout out
can
to
you can
Matt.
always go back to KETK.com/East Texas Live, and you can watch his interview or any of these things that we're talking about at any time.
sure you go
But
watch.
he's got a great story. He was an Iraq Army vet.
Yeah.
And he adds that to a lot of his music and things like that. And so then he did stop singing for a while.
Yeah, he said he stopped singing for a while because he just fell out of love with it. But
Mm-hmm.
then now he's found his joy and love with it again. So he's back. So, hey, Matt, keep slow dancing out there.
Yes.
Maybe you might get a short.
Hey, if
then.
you need a background singer, Matt, David will do it for you. You need
Come on,
somebody to
man.
harmonize with?
Yeah, I'll be like, slow.
Call David.
Oh, damn. Man, my voice hurt a little bit. Haley be judging me, while she punching up these buttons. But Tori, you got, we're gonna segue. But Tori, my parents my dad loves watching the Golden Girls.
Chance of a lifetime.
And I love watching it with him because my girl Betty White was a real one. But you got the chance of, like you said, the lifetime to interview one of the producers.
Producers and writers.
How does that feel? How do you feel about that?
Oh, all I have to say is I've made it.
I mean, you have.
I have made it. When you get to do an interview like this, you just feel like you have made it because these things don't happen very often for small markets like Tyler.
Yeah, but
I mean, we're kind of big, but we're small in the scheme of things.
Well-
And so usually it's the really big stations that'll get to do interviews like this and get to talk to somebody who has worked behind some of these really big TV shows like The Golden Girls, and he
Thank
also
you
worked on
for
Gilmore
being a
Girls.
friend.
Yeah, he worked
Thank
on
you.
Roseanne and the Brady Bunch movies, and
Wow, even
he did a lot of things.
That's kind
And
of cool. that you
and
got
so
sit
to
down with
meet and get to talk to Stan Zigerman is
him. Isn't it Zimmerman?
Zimmerman, whatever. Yes, I said it wrong again. I don't know why I
Hey,
keep
shout
calling
to
him
you, Stan.
Zimmerman. But I make up names sometimes.
Me too. Sometimes Tori will be in my ear like, "What did you just say?" Sometimes, like, I'm sorry.
What was
he says-
salsa today?
Salsa? I said salsa.
Because I told you sounded Texan when you said salsa.
But, you know, some of these people's names are kind of hard to
They
say.
are.
So I'd be stumbling all over the place.
But hey, you know, David, I'm sorry I stole the interview from you.
No, it's all for
So we originally had the interview scheduled for when I was going to host. But then he had to move it because he has to go to Europe. And so it ended up being Monday, and it was supposed to be David interviewing him, basically. And I said, no. I set up this interview because I want to do it because they sent me the email it went to my junk mail. And I just happened to see this interview that said something about Golden Girls and Gilmore Girls. And I clicked on it, and it was Stan. And so I was like, well, let's just see what happens if we email them. And they got back to us, and they scheduled something. So you have to see, because he talked a lot of things, and there was a lot of references to the shows, which were a lot of fun. I even got him on one, so you got to see this. Welcome back. The Golden Girls and Gilmore Girls are both celebrating anniversaries. They're shows that left an impact on many lives during their runs and even now. Well, joining us now is comedy writer and producer for both shows, Stan Zigerman. Good morning, Stan. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Well, I have to say you have such a big career working with several TV shows and movies, especially ones that I loved watching growing up. So tell us a little bit about your work.
Well, it was exciting to see the Emmys last night. There were two of my shows actually had special presentations. I don't know if you saw, but Reba McEntire sang the wonderful theme song, Thank You for Being a Friend, which I'm sure you know the words to. Most people do. And then Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel made a special appearance, and that was super fun. So it was just weird to have both of those shows and both anniversaries this year.
Yes, I mean, it was amazing tributes that they did. And so what other shows have you worked on?
A little show called Roseanne, you might remember. So that was exciting. I was on season 5 of that. I got to create my own show, Rita Rocks, with Nicole Sullivan on Lifetime. I wrote both Brady Bunch movies. And then about a year and a half ago, we wrote a Lifetime Christmas movie called Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas. And it was actually Lonnie Anderson's last film that she made.
Wow. I love a lot of those. Roseanne's one of my favorites. And so hearing that you worked on them is just amazing.
You're lucky in a career if you get one show that's kind of a hit, but to be involved in all three of those really, but Golden and Gilmore, they seem to have more popularity today than they did back then. And I've seen the new generations keep coming back and coming into the picture, and little kids come up to me and recite lines that I wrote, and I thought, you weren't even a thought when the first shows came out.
Yes, well, you know, streaming has definitely helped those shows and just made them continue on for generations to come.
Yes, we're very lucky, and the Gilmore Girls, there's a couple from Texas that actually started the Fan Fest Society, which is going to be in October in Connecticut. And once a year we take over a little Stars Hollow type town, and you know, we have a couple thousand, mostly women, mothers and daughters, that descend on a town, and we celebrate Gilmore Girls.
Oh, I love that. I'll definitely have to try to get there for that.
Yes, you would love it.
Yes, well, let's talk about the Golden Girls for a second and Gilmore Girls. Why are they so beloved, and how have they changed culture?
You know, it's funny, at the time when you're working on it, you don't think of the future, especially I was so young when I was on Golden Girls. I had no idea that we'd be talking about it 40 years down the road. Back then, a show with 4 older women was just, we never thought it would be possible to be this popular. And when we started on the show, you know, it did start at #1, but we got to see it grow week after week. And then when studio audiences would come to the show, they would come having watched the show, loving the characters, and all we would have to do was cut to a close-up of B. Arthur, and the audience would start laughing. They were so excited, and they kind of knew, uh-oh, what is she going to say to Rose or Blanche? So that was really exciting to be in on the ground floor of that, and for a young writer to learn from those 4 women and from the wonderful writing of Susan Harris.
Yes. That was one of my favorite shows to watch growing up. I mean, honestly, I'd stay up late just to try to watch Golden Girls.
A lot of people tell me they keep it on just in the background when they fall asleep. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm glad they watched it. And then I love hearing stories about how young people watched it with their grandmothers, and there was such an unusual bonding that they could sit and watch one show together and laugh about it. And I think that's really one of the reasons why we're still talking about it today, because it bridges all ages. It doesn't matter. I mean, you really would be hard to find someone that didn't like that show. But I mean, from little kids to 89-year-old people.
Yes. Well, what are some of those life lessons you learned working on the Golden Girls?
So many. I mean, I learned writing lessons, but life lessons, pick your battles, which can be in any industry that you go for. I think mostly to be present. I was on that stage at such a young age, but somehow my Midwest upbringing taught me to really appreciate that I was there. I deserved to be there, but I was lucky and I worked really hard to get there. And to really look around and see the studio audience was laughing their heads off, and then I would look on the other side and I would see these four, the best of the best, comedians were saying my lines, and to really acknowledge where I was at the present day.
Yes. Well, tell us how comedy writing is both reflective and a catalyst for changing culture.
Especially with something like Golden Girls, they really encouraged us to write stories about the characters as they really were at that age, and not make it what they were doing on Facts of Life was making a very special episode. So they'd have really funny shows, and then suddenly they would do a really heavy topic. And the great thing about Golden Girls, they encouraged us to just make it the fabric of the show. So you would have really funny lines, but then you would be dealing with really serious issues. And I kind of took that into all of the other shows I worked on. Something like Roseanne is a lot like that. It's more what's happening with this family than joke, joke, joke. And when we started creating our own shows, we really liked that rhythm. And that's kind of like real life to me. There's some really sad moments in life, but yet I was always told as a child that I looked at life through rose-colored glasses, and I think that helped me in all these TV shows.
Aw. Well, yes, that's so meaningful. And so what did you learn about comedy writing on the set of some of America's most loved sitcoms?
Well, I learned that if you write a joke for one character, you cannot give it to another character if the joke bombs. Actors don't like that. It's kind of hacky. And to write specifically for that character, because oddly, even though people think of me as a comedy writer, when I was starting, I didn't think I was funny. I mean, I knew I could make people laugh at parties, but not in writing. And to me, the jokes come out of character, and they're not just a joke that you could say in a stand-up comedy routine. It has to come from a real situation and real people, and that's why I think I gravitate towards shows like Golden Girls and Roseanne and Gilmore Girls.
Yes. Well, you have to tell me this. Why did a random idea lead to your first writing credit on the Golden Girls?
What was that?
What was the random idea that led to your first writing credit?
Well, we went in and pitched it. The show wasn't on the air, and you go in as a writer with 4 or 5 ideas. They didn't like any of them. So we were literally walking out the door, and I just couldn't let this opportunity go by, although I didn't know it was going to be a hit show, but I wanted to work with these actors. And just something came over me in the doorway, and I just turned around and yelled, "What if Rose's mother came to visit?" And they all looked at me, and I thought they were going to call security, but they said, "Come and sit back down, there's something there." And we worked out the story, and then we went home and wrote that first episode on freelance, and then they said, "These guys really have the voice of the show," and they brought us on staff really quickly.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Because honestly, what is the Golden Girls without all the Golden Girls?
Exactly. And luckily I kept a journal since college, but during all the different TV shows, and I was able to put that in this book that I wrote that came out last year called The Girls, From Golden to Gilmore. And I used excerpts from my journals, how I felt when I was on staff, and all the insecurities, and not wanting to get fired, and when Rue McClanahan would suddenly start talking to us on set, or becoming friends with Estelle Getty, and that's all in the book that I just so happen to have here.
Oh,
I love that. Tell us more about this book. Where can people find it? And, what is your favorite part about writing?
I think I only have one book in me, and this was it. But I really wanted to get it out there to kind of tell my life story, but to get into the nitty-gritty of how TV shows are created. And I just wanted to explain, what it was like to write for all of these women and why I gravitated towards writing for women, which was very exciting. I did not know that the last chapter was going to end up being about my mom and unfortunately about her passing, and then realizing that she was my one true Golden Girl.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to have to find your book and read it.
Yes, it's a very quick read. It's great to bring on a plane, little chapters of all the different shows. But it's like we were sitting having a coffee or a glass of wine or beer, and we're just talking stories, and very conversational is what people tell me.
Yes, or sharing a piece of cheesecake.
There you go. I like that.
Well, I know this is probably going to be very hard to choose, but do you have a favorite memory from working on any of these shows?
There's so many. Actually, the part I like, working on them can be tough because it's really long hours, but the favorite part of all those shows is really meeting the fans and hearing what the show meant to the fans. Actors get that all the time because you know who they look like and you can stop them in the supermarket. Nobody knows what I look like. So when I go to different conventions or a Golden Girls cruise, I get to meet the people that have been loving the show all these years, know every line. I'm horrible at trivia with the show, but they seem to know everything, and hear the deep meaning that it was for them.
Yes. Well, just in the future, what do you hope for all these shows that you worked on, especially the Golden Girls and Gilmore Girls?
I think it's so fantastic that it can just keep going and finding new audiences, and people find the relevance in it today. And, it's good and bad, but some of the issues that we dealt with on Golden Girls are still talked about today. And getting their perspective. I think, especially with older women, we don't get to hear and see them on television. There's still ageism, and to be able to see that they can be vibrant and sexual and have opinions, and four different opinions, I think is really important. So we just hopefully can have more shows, and more shows like Gilmore Girls that mothers and daughters can sit down together and watch.
Yes, well, I love that. Well, I definitely love rewatching all the reruns and seeing them continue through the generations.
Well, keep watching them, and let me know what you think of them.
Yes, well, where can people find more information about you?
I'm all over, but I especially love Instagram, Zimmerman Stan, and that's kind of on all platforms, and I answer all my messages, and reach out and keep watching the show and sharing it to the next generation.
All right, Stan, well, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us. This has been a real pleasure.
Well, thank you for being a friend.
And thank you for being a friend. Welcome back. The Golden Girls and
Wow, you're lucky. You got to talk about Golden Girls
I
a lot.
know. I love it so much. Oh, did you hear what he said at the end?
Yeah, thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road
I
and
can't
back
sing,
again.
so I'll let you do it.
No. That theme song's always stuck in your head, and the fact that at the Emmys, Reba come out and sang it with Little Big Town.
That's my girl.
And I'm just saying, it's like, literally, it has no other words. It has like 4 lines to it, but they just kept repeating it over and over again, and I love it.
I love Reba. I don't know why I love Reba so much.
It was a fantastic tribute.
Yeah, you remember her show Reba?
Yes, I did. I love that show. I love that show.
I guess because we're older, everybody, these youngins don't know nothing about it.
So, David, do you relate to the theme song?
For being a friend?
No, for Reba. You say you love Reba. A single mom, working 2 jobs.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, East Texas, y'all be blessed.
I had to get you. I'm so sorry. That is a theme song to Reba. It's talking about being a single mom and the struggles.
But I don't know. I just love Reba as a person.
I know.
And her little country accent.
I had to get you. I'm so sorry, but
That's crazy. Haley, you see how she does me? I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
David, you asked for it. You walked
I
into
don't think
it.
I asked for that.
He walks into it every time.
Y'all, I'm just the voice in the sky. I'm producing over here for him, but he did
East-
walk into that.
East Texas. You see how they do me? They just giggle.
Oh, but
I'm a single mom of 2.
no.
I work 2
Work
jobs.
it work. No, it's not single mom too. She had a bunch of kids.
Oh, well, however many kids
She had 3 kids, but it was
3.
like a single mom working
2 jobs.
2
So
jobs.
I'm
and all
working
that stuff,
hard,
yeah.
man. I'm on the highway.
But no, you do relate more to Golden Girls theme song. But that was great. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm so glad we got to do it and we get to share this with the world. And now we made a new connection, and he is willing to come back and talk to us more. We might have to bring him on the show at some point or do a separate episode.
Tell him to come on
Do
KETK
more
Play.
behind the scene stories and things like that.
Hey, let's talk about my girl Betty White. What was she like? That's my girl.
Exactly. That's what we want to get more, because we don't have as much time doing
Yeah.
these Zooms in there. But if we sat down for like an hour with him,
That would be kind of.
I mean, all the behind the scenes things, the stories, and talking more about getting more into Gilmore Girls and more into like Roseanne and all this other projects. He did all the TV shows that I liked, apparently.
Yeah,
So
hey, so that could be your new friend right there.
exactly. I mean, he responded back to my message, so that's
And
my new
also,
friend.
While I was gone, you got to interview one of East Texas guys that was competing on a new show.
99 to Beat, airing on Fox 51 on September 24th.
What was that like?
Oh my gosh, it was so great. He sent us a message and was like, "Hey, I'm going to compete on this show. I was born and raised in like Mineola." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so great." And of course, we had to figure out things because we're 2 stations in one. We're an NBC and a Fox affiliate. And this is a Fox show. And, East Texas Live is on NBC. But we got approval. The media people sent us approved content that we could share that wasn't just Fox specific. But we'll do this. We'll have to see where he goes. I mean, you have to listen to his interview because I tried really hard to get us some spoilers.
Welcome back. A new show is coming to our sister station, Fox 51, called 99 to Beat. And joining me now is one of the contestants that is called East Texas Home, James Meadows. And he is here to tell us all about the show and his experience. Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you doing?
I'm good. Well, I know there's some things you can't tell me, like if you won, but I'm excited to know what this show is even about.
Okay, so 99 to Beat is a new Fox-based show where 100 contestants go head-to-head in a series of fun but high-stakes challenges with one key rule: don't finish last.
Oh!
And some events eliminate a single person, other challenges eliminate whole teams. But ultimately, whoever's left at the very end wins $1 million.
Oh, and so was it all filmed in like one day, or did y'all split it up?
Oh no, we did about 5 challenges a day for 6 days a week for about 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness. It seems intense.
It was very intense.
So why did you decide to even audition for this type of show?
Oh, I love game shows. When I was a single father, I used to watch them with my son. Now my wife and I watch them after the kids go to bed. I've always wanted to be on one. It's just a dream come true. And so when the chance came, I jumped at it.
Yes, and so what was your favorite part?
The people. So I'll tell you, being on the show with the other contestants was absolutely incredible. All of them were just amazing people with unique and inspirational stories, and it was such a blessing being with them, and I think the viewers will find the same thing. I think every viewer will find themselves rooting for at least one contestant, and every one of the contestants will find themselves with cheering sections.
All righty, well, you said there were some interesting games that you had to do.
Oh. Yes.
Can you give us a taste of kind of what you had to do?
Sure. I mean, the things are wild. It's stuff like, imagine trying to string 5 pieces of penne pasta on a single strand of spaghetti using nothing but your mouth, or trying to get a whistle out of a giant block of frozen ice using nothing but body heat to thaw it. And, they may sound simple, but when you've got $1 million on the line, they get really intense, and that's what makes it exciting.
Yes, well, I know, like I said, we can't know if you won, but is there any behind-the-scenes secrets we can know?
I really want people to be able to just kind of watch it and find out those fun things on their own. Because there is a lot of things, and I think that especially, you know, as people go along, a lot of the people on the show will tell more about their stories. But it's just so much more fun to see those kind of things live and get to slowly see them unfold.
Yes, it is. And so just kind of take the viewers through kind of that whole experience, you know, because nobody knows what it's like to be on a game show for a lot of times. So, you know, once you got picked, what happened?
So once you got picked, you had to go out to where the filming was taking place, and really that's for the most part where you stayed. So you'd be at the hotel and the filming location, and during the day they'd take you over in the mornings and you'd spend pretty much all day there filming, doing one challenge after another. You were there with all the other contestants, spending the day hanging out with them, but you always were like, all day you had that knowledge, okay, this next challenge, if I fail it, my $1 million dream is going to be over. And so it like hangs over you for every challenge, and while they're setting the challenges up, while they're explaining the rules, while you're getting ready to wait for that buzzer, because there's always a buzzer that would start it, but you might be standing there for 5 to 10 minutes waiting for that buzzer to sound as they get everything set up. And so you have like that constant, I need to be ready to go at any moment type of anxiety hanging over you. So there was a lot of that tension, but at the same time, when you'd finish, people would go back and watch you, and they'd be cheering for you, and the contestants were all rooting for each other, and you'd be trying to give advice to help your fellow contestants to get through, because really by the end of it, you were all friends because you spent so much time together. And it was just as sad to see one of your friends get eliminated as it would be to have yourself eliminated. And once you were in the clear and you're like, oh, thank God I'm safe, and then it becomes suddenly, oh my goodness, all my friends are out there, they're going to get eliminated, and you're like, please don't let my friends go, you know, kind of thing. And so there's a lot of that tension and that high stakes that goes on. I hope that they'll show that, because I think that's really a big part of the show that makes it special.
Well, James, thank you so much for coming in and telling us about your experience, and you know, we're excited to watch you and root you on.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and if you want to...
Wow, man, that video was interesting.
It
you know,
was.
You're talking to him and seeing people put ice in their shirts or on their stomach, in their pants, all over the place. I'm like, huh?
Well, the goal was you had to melt the block of ice and get the whistle out.
But,
And the one rule is you don't have to be first,
you just can't.
but don't finish last.
So if you finish last, you're eliminated?
Yes.
Man, we should go try that. Can you imagine?
We should. Could you do all those? Like I saw something about popping balloons or melting the ice. I mean,
What's
having to
balloon?
put stuff, putting pasta on a spaghetti.
Huh?
Yeah, with just your mouth. There was
well, I
something with
would've
like
lost that.
bolts. Like there were
I
some
think Haley would be good at
crazy things.
I would absolutely fail at this.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think you'd be good at it. But
No.
we should ask Joe to see if we can go audition next time.
Yeah, we go audition next time. We're gonna be on the show.
I say we put him on American Ninja Warrior.
Me?
Yes.
No.
Joe approved this.
No, I am too out of shape.
What
big
other
bills.
game show you want to be on? We got a bunch of them.
No.
You go look at all the posters, David, and decide which game show you want to be on.
I'm gonna go on 99 to beat.
99 to
tries.
beat. We're gonna
No.
see. So it airs next Wednesday. Okay,
Ooh,
next
I can't wait
Wednesday.
I look, you want to watch this.
I'm gonna watch this because I have to
I gotta
know
see what my boy does.
where James ends up. Okay.
Hey James. you
They
gotta
sent us
represent
some
for us. You
videos. James sent us some videos and things like that. So I've seen some of the previews, and I'm trying to guess where he is kind of in the lineup, and it's very hard to tell because he said they filmed five competitions a day for 6 days for
sexy.
3
Ooh,
weeks.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Joe is not gonna approve that. 3 weeks.
Hey, Joe did ask. He goes, "How do these people get that approved from work to be able to go do that kind of stuff? They go on like leave of absences and
Hey,
things."
Well, Joe.
But hey, you work for the network, so it might be a
Joe,
little easier for you.
But then you probably maybe do a live shot out there. Like, yeah, guys, if I just wrapped up my competition.
I don't think that's
tour.
allowed though, because it's also secret when you're filming.
Yeah,
because
but
you got to think about how long ago that all these episodes were even filmed. Like it could have been like 6 months ago. And it's just now coming up because they have to go through and edit everything, get the shots that they
yeah.
want.
That is
And then,
a
of
lot.
course, if there's any reshoots they have to do, And so these people
reshoot, how they gonna redo the competition?
Well, not like the competition part, but say like they have to redo something with the host or an interview that somebody did.
Hey, sir, come back here.
Go
bite that ice again.
Yeah. So there's during the competition, they let them just kind of go. Wow, there's a bunch of cameras everywhere, getting different kind of angles and things like that.
Crazy angles.
Yeah, and so you got to get that's what it's close up of things. And the shots that you saw like in the promo there, they go through and pick those because there's hours and hours of footage they have to go through to pick what they want to showcase. And the fact that James made it in the promo a couple of times.
Shout out to James.
I know y'all probably didn't get to see it, but he made it in there.
Well, could you imagine though sitting through all that footage trying to find stuff like, man, I'd be mad just like,
I know.
Oh, I'm tired of looking at this.
Darn, that's a bad shot. I wanted that shot. I mean, honestly, we have to do that almost every day when we're reporting and whatnot.
Yeah, but not hours of footage.
Not hours. It's not hours. It's probably like an hour's worth of footage.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine. You said they do it 11 competitions a day?
No, 5 competitions a day for 6 days that week, and then they've done it for 3 weeks. So it's like that's a lot. Think about it. What is it? Can you do math, David?
No, it's too much for me. But Tori, wow, you've been having a busy week while I was gone.
I have been.
Busy couple of days while I was gone.
Yeah, you left us for 2 days, and I just had fun.
Yeah, I know. So you whipping it up in the kitchen too, right?
I sure did. I tried. Well, actually, they took over, and I let them do it. But it was so much fun to watch.
So what did y'all mix up? What were y'all doing?
So it was all made out of canned goods.
Out of canned goods. Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty much finding creative ways to help people use what they've got pretty much in their pantry. Because, you don't want to go to the store and be like, oh, I don't have the ingredients for this or that. What do I have? What can I make with what I have? And they help you with that. And so they do this show at a local church in Elkhart. Oh. And they've actually used the high school there, one of the media classes, and they film it for them and stuff and use it as like a grade, and they're learning.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to watch it. I need to see.
Welcome back. We just learned about Think Out of the Can, and now Chef Tim and Kim are going to show us how it's all done. So y'all take it away. What are we doing?
Welcome to another edition of Think Out of the Can, where we challenge you to take ordinary ingredients and create
extraordinary food.
Extraordinary food, like what?
Well, today we're going to take an ordinary can of green beans, cut green beans, and we're going to make green beans supreme.
Our fire's doing a little dance.
I know. Well, that's
exciting. So excited.
So with Think Out of the Can, we do this so that people realize that you don't just have to look at a can of corn as a can of corn. So many people, myself included, when I was younger and not cooking for a profession, I would take a can of green beans and I'd put it in the pan and heat it up, and that was it.
But we have to make sure that we rinse them, drain them and rinse them. It's very important because they put that stuff in there.
It's like a brine.
Yeah, and sometimes that doesn't taste very good when you don't. You got to rinse it off. So anyway,
so what I'm going to do, so we've got a regular can of green beans.
Okay.
We've got a regular can of sliced mushrooms, a can of diced potatoes, some seasonings, Spam.
Okay.
Some chopped garlic and some chopped onion.
All right.
I'm going to start with some oil.
Now you know that Spam originated, or in Hawaii, it's a really specialty food.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did know that. Yeah.
It's the #1 meat in Hawaii, thanks to our U.S. naval base there.
All right.
So I've got the oil. It's hot, and just to check to make sure, I'll throw in a little bit of oil of onion.
And Tim always says it has to do the happy dance.
Does the happy dance?
Yes, I hear it sizzling.
You throw it in there, sizzles, it's happy dance, so it's ready to go. I'm going to put in just a little bit more oil.
It's funny when we're catering that every time we cater, they say, "Man, what do y'all cook? It smells so good." It's like onion.
Oh yeah. Well,
I tell them it's my cologne.
It did smell really good. It
always
smell really good.
So good.
So I'm just going to cook that just for about a minute until it becomes translucent.
Okay.
And you can really start to smell that onion flavor instead of it being the raw onion flavor. The next thing I'm going to add is some chopped garlic. It doesn't matter whether it's fresh garlic or whether it's jarred garlic. It's okay.
Oh, you're already starting to smell it a little bit.
Ooh,
If the viewers were here, we need to be able to smell from our TVs because it's already smelling real good.
Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Spam. I'm not the biggest fan of Spam, but I'll tell you what, when you cook it, when you fry it a bit, it takes on a little bit of a different flavor. So I'm going to fry that in here for just about, same thing, just about a minute.
Okay.
And then, now, I tell people, I may be using Cajun seasoning, Italian seasoning, and some garlic seasoning or garlic powder, but just, the whole thing is, look what you have in your pantry. I may be using this, but just be creative. So I am going to use a little bit of Cajun seasoning.
Okay.
I'm going to add some Italian seasoning.
Right, you know you're a real cook when you don't have to do measurements. I use spoons. I use measuring cups and stuff.
And you know, we do have the recipes. Let me just make sure.
And we will definitely put this recipe online for anybody who wants to try it. So
there you go.
We will have it for you.
Like we said, ordinary food to extraordinary. You have to try it.
Exactly.
And boy, it's really smelling good right now. So these things, and every time I add an ingredient, I like to mix it in, so kind of equal opportunity cooking, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's looking really, really good now. So I'm going to add the canned diced potatoes. Same thing. Give them a little bit of a cook. And you can hear it sizzling.
You can.
The whole thing behind it is, you know, if you're not a big fan of Spam, this is a way to use Spam. Have protein in your meal, just like canned green beans and anything else. Then I'm going to put in some canned sliced mushrooms.
All right, and I know we're starting to run out of time a little bit here, but so we may not get to taste it, but it looks really good and smells really good. And so I can't wait for y'all to see this recipe when we put it out. And we will have the finished product, you know, on our website for you to see. And we will be back with more East Texas Live in just a moment.
And there you go.
I like how you tilted the pan
I
up
know.
there. Well,
Had to
my
show
boy-
everybody.
My boy was whipping it up. I like how that sizzle.
I know, that was like
oh.
the greatest gnats ever. I was like
okay.
in heaven. I was just like, oh, this is what we want when we do stories.
I want to get up there and cook with him. Like, hey.
Hey, they offered to come back, so maybe next month, because they come to Tyler once a month.
Oh, well, you
So
need to
once
come
a
on.
month, they can come on the show and teach us a different recipe.
Yeah, so I could be out there like.
It smelled so good.
Because I need to learn how to cook a little bit more dishes. So, you know,
Yeah.
maybe I can find a wife. Maybe
And he had said something about the whole meal cost like $1.75.
$1.75. Whoa.
Yeah, so it was a cheap meal, and it was a pretty decent sized meal.
And it looked like it smelled good, too.
Oh, it smelled so good in there. Like, I had to sit in the whole time, and you could just smell some of it, and you were just like,
You just want to dip in there.
just dip in there and eat it. But, you know, it was a fantastic time. But that's not the only thing, you know, that we talked about that had to deal with food this week.
I know. You just get to, like, have all the cool events and fun things.
I know.
The
Well,
burger is it called a burger fest?
No, it's got a cool name. So Athens is the home of the Black Eyed Peas and Hamburger. And so they used to have two different festivals, and now they've combined them. And they're now having the Jamburgery.
The Jamburgery.
Yes. It's so fun to say Jamburgery.
Jamburgery. That's
Yeah,
kind of
you just have to listen to what they say about it.
Welcome back. We just learned about Think Out of the Can. And now, welcome back. Joining me now is Jennifer with the Greater Athens Chamber of Commerce, and she's here to talk about their upcoming festival. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Good morning.
Good. Well, I just have to know this festival. It's got an interesting name. Just tell me what is going on. What are you doing?
It is called the Jamburgery. Okay, it is a funny name, but it's because we combined two wonderful festivals together, and that was a really long name to put together because we're the home of the Black Eyed Pea and the Hamburger. So we have had the Black Eyed Pea Jamboree before and the Uncle Fletch Hamburger Festival. Well, now we have them both together, so it's just a whole bunch of food and fun.
Oh, I love that. Hamburgers, my thing. I've been wanting to take my mom to that because she is like very picky about her hamburgers.
Okay.
And so there'd be a festival for her to go try hamburgers.
It would be. We could even get her to judge our hamburger cook-off.
Oh, she would be critical.
Okay.
She would be.
Good.
I'm gonna have to tell her, okay, Mom, we got a job for you.
Absolutely.
Yes, but what can families expect at this festival?
There are going to be some cook-offs, so there'll be hamburger, Black Eyed Pea cook-offs, and there are some high cash prizes for those. So check out our website, and there'll be some cook-off forms on there. And then there will be tons of fun, family, free fun. I think I said fun about 3 times there because it really will be. We will have a whole youth area for our younger children with a face painter and balloon animals, things like that. But then we'll also have things for our older kids with a gyroscope and rock climbing wall, bunch of inflatables, things like that. But then there are live entertainment throughout the day. Turtle races. That is something that has been a long-standing tradition and is so much more fun than it actually sounds because you're cheering on these these turtles who don't even know where they're going. And then there will be a mooing competition, all sorts of things that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Oh, we're gonna have to get there. A mooing competition, you got me.
Okay.
You got me there. I got to know what that is. But there's some other entertainment that's going to be there. So what can you tell us about the headlining entertainment and special activities planned?
Absolutely. Well, we are also the home of the Fiddlers Reunion, and the Old Fiddlers Reunion Foundation is going to be hosting a Friday night street dance with Craig Howell. And then on Saturday, we are going to have live music throughout the day, as well as performances from our local theater and dance companies. And then that evening is going to be Barefoot Nation at the Texan, and it's a Kenny Chesney tribute band. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, it does sound like a lot of fun. And plus, street dances are always fun. Just get out there and just dance or just enjoy the music.
Absolutely. Yes, it'll be a really comfortable time of the year in October now. So I know people used to expect the Black Eyed Pea Jamboree in July, but it's just too hot these days. So we're going to enjoy it in October.
Yes, I've seen a lot of festivals now switching their schedules to the fall to where it's a lot cooler.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
It's too hot.
Well, tell me, how can people attend, sign up for vendors, or even sponsor?
Absolutely. We still are a month away, so we would love to have more vendors and sponsors and people signing up for our cook-offs. That is all on our Facebook, which is the Athens Chamber of Commerce. We've also got on our website, athenstxchamber.org. You can go there and find all of the information. We're going to be updating our Jamboree page. Every single update that we have. Oh, and I'm forgetting our 5K sponsored by UT Health. Definitely got to sign up for our 5K and Family Fun Run. That'll be on the morning of the October 18th.
All righty. Well, where can people find more information?
All on athenstxchamber.org.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a super fun festival. And I mean, I just love saying Jamboree. I mean, what a name.
And even if you can't say it right, you can still come.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, for more.
Man, I want a burger now.
I know.
Like so good right now. And that's on my dad's birthday, too, the 17th of October.
Oh, you'll have to take him.
I don't know if he's going to come to East Texas. I've been trying to get my parents to come to East Texas. They don't want to
Well,
come.
hey, just do like I did and just call my mom out. So just call your parents out.
Hey, Mr. Gibson, Charles Gibson, come on to East Texas and go to the Jamboree so he can get you a good old burger.
I pretty much got my mom. I'm like, hey, come judge. Look at you. You're a hamburger critic, so.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy too, talking about turtle races. I want to see that.
I want to know what the moo one is. Like moo calling? Yeah, moo competition. What is the moo competition? Oh goodness!
But we had some crazy pets this week too, right?
We did. Oh, but they were so cute.
I know you had that big German Shepherd.
Oh my goodness, he was so big.
I'm like, that thing is. I was mad that I didn't get to see.
I had to be careful because I have a boot, and he kept getting close to me, and I'm just like, please don't hit my foot.
See, I have a German Shepherd, but I didn't know he was that big.
Oh, but look at Fern.
Fern was cute. Shout out to Fern.
I know.
And then, hey, my boy Remington.
Remington.
He was a real one. He was just over there chewing on that cowbell.
He did. He just sat there and chewed, but.
He was almost big as Megan over there. And
Major was huge.
Look at that big belly.
I know. Fern is so cute. Fern and her sister Felicity are left.
Hey, Remington.
Remington is still up for adoption. And Major, you know, with Major, they said if Major does not get adopted, then they're going to put him in a veterans program to be like a veteran service dog.
That'd be good. He should be.
It would be.
I'm like, he's so big. Like, that's a big dog.
I just love looking at him.
I have a German Shepherd. My dad has a German Shepherd. I've always grown up with German Shepherds, but mine were never this big.
It's like, they said they know for a fact he is German Shepherd. But he did. He sat down on the ground, and Megan sitting on the couch. He was almost bigger than Megan sitting on the couch.
Hey,
and I was like,
what's up? He said, I'll be eating good.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at Allison just over there holding him.
I know. He would not look at the camera, guys. He kept, every time they'd get him to sit down and stuff, he would put his back to the camera.
But it's also kind of crazy how, like, whenever our PAs walk by, they all, like, start following and they look and maybe want to play.
But they were so cute because even Fern just loved kisses and would go crazy. But they're the cutest dogs. Y'all go adopt Remington and Fern and Major.
Please.
They deserve a home.
But yeah, Tori, Thank you so much for coming in. Didn't we have fun?
Oh, we always have fun, and I'm so glad that I'm back. I bet you missed me, David.
Yeah,
so.
we're waiting because Tyler didn't want to come back. He was on here for a second, but he didn't want to come back.
I don't have any special guests with me, my two cats, but we had a lot of fun.
Haley to actually show her face next time. But thank you, Tori, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend and keep being blessed. I'll see you right here next week.